So for women in business, I think that the biggest challenge is trust. When I talk with women, and you'll hear me say this over and over and over again, we treat our businesses like we do our relationships. And so if we are hard up to get into a relationship because we don't trust, or because we've been abused in some way, shape, or form, we treat God that way, but we also treat our businesses that way. So it's very difficult for us to kind of overcome some of those challenges, because trust doesn't just mean I don't trust a person. I've had people not trust customers because they sound like somebody that they used to date, or because they don't like a
Mm.
female. I've had people who don't want to go into certain areas because they don't trust, certain things that happened there prior to. I've had people come to me to talk to me about something their children did at a specific time. Maybe they don't trust themselves with finances. So trust isn't just about a person. It can be it's a plethora of things that keep us from moving forward. That's the
Mm.
biggest thing. It keeps us from moving forward. If I came to you, Coach Tria, and I said, hey, I have an idea I want to run past you, and I think you would be a great partner for this, the first thing you're going to think is, can I trust her in this? And it's
Mm.
not, you may not know me, but you know that I've had this experience before. I've tried this before with somebody else, and it may not be the same thing. But because I failed, or I trusted this person and it failed, it's going to be hard for me to trust somebody else. So
Right.
it's kind of universal, but for women, it's the biggest thing. The young lady said about from when we were a child, this stuff comes out, it comes from something. I don't want to really get too deep into it, but it comes from something, and it folds into our great idea, which is our business.
Mm.
If I can't trust you in a relationship, if I can't trust somebody at work, y'all know y'all be at work and I'm like, I don't trust that coworker. I don't trust them. I already know it's her telling the boss that I'm late. I already know that she talking about me behind my back. If you can't do that as an employee, you're not going to be able to do it as a business owner.
Correct.
And that's the truth. So how do we overcome that barrier? Deal with the root first and foremost. Why do I have an issue with trust? Go back to the beginning of it. Because once you uproot that, then everything else is going to be, it's just going to happen for you. So you have to deal with that. Where did it start? Why is it there? How do I overcome it? It's by dealing with it. You first have to acknowledge it. You have to address it. Some people might think it's the way I communicate. You communicate the way you do because of lack of trust.
Last,
You
yes.
might be aggressive because you don't trust something.
Mm.
You might be overly sensitive because you didn't trust something. You might not want to build because you didn't trust in a situation, but it's not necessarily the communication. It could be a past relationship, but that past relationship might come from something you seen your mom do.
Mhm.
It might have been something you seen your dad